This is the time of week where you get to take over the Grum and send us in your dumb debates, and you can send them in anytime you want, anytime. JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed, use the hashtag dumb debates. You can also email John at 1620thezone.com, Josh at 1620thezone.com, Nick at 1620thezone.com, Equitable Bank inbox.
Wow, so many things. By the way, speaking of emails, don't forget to sign up for 1620 the email as well.
Do it.
At 1620thezone.com.
Pretty please.
Pretty please.
First one up is from Darth
Vader?
Sidious?
Plagueis the
Is it
Wise.
annoying to you when
Yes.
someone uses the wrong word to describe something, but still the same context or meaning, such
I was
as,
going to say.
I have to use the bathroom instead of I have to use the restroom. There's no bathroom in public, sir, but a restroom. Yes.
That's a little too pedantic.
Yeah.
It might be,
But you get triggered by it?
No, but I have often thought that to myself. We know, like we're at a bar or a restaurant or at a sporting event, and I, get up from the table and I tell the wife, I need to use the bathroom. Well, it's really not a bathroom.
It's a restroom.
It's a restroom.
Yeah, but I feel like it's become so interchangeable.
Well,
Like it's
you
a
don't
matter
get
of
a rest in there.
preference.
We should give it a different name.
Like a bathroom.
I need to use the urination room.
Why
Or
don't
the
we call
poop-
it the loo?
the poop room? We could call it the loo.
Again, why are we
Dr.
trying
Lou,
to copy
Dr.
the French
Lou.
all the time?
I mean,
I thought that was English.
the English call it toilet. I mean, that's fair.
Let's
I gotta.
go to toilet. I have to use the toilet.
Yeah, that's what they say. I'm going to the toilet.
I don't mind saying I have to use the toilet. Tom Beck could be like, I have to use the stall.
See, and I feel like toilet is a little more crass than just saying
The
restroom.
wall.
It really is. That's why.
the floor,
I don't everywhere.
the
The whole
windows,
day. See, he could have said the bathroom or the restroom.
See,
It
I
makes
carpet in the hallway,
I think it depends on my context, right? Like if I'm going to a gas station
the
at
ceiling.
10 p.m. because I have to go, I'm gonna be like, hey, where's your bathroom? But if I'm at a fancy restaurant, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, where's your restroom?
It's like when you go somewhere and you say, "What kind of soda do you have?"
Darth,
Yeah.
Darth, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm not annoyed by it, but
Bro.
Do you say bathroom though?
I do, but I always think that I'm using the wrong terminology.
You've done that yourself. Is basically what's going on.
It's like
Oh,
saying
we're Star Wars.
It's like it's like saying I'm going to go for a ride in my truck. I don't own a truck. I own a car, but we understand what you're talking.
It's like, well,
It's
we
still
had
a motor
we had a
vehicle.
former coworker that somebody's like, "Hey, could you run upstairs and grab whatever it was?" And he literally ran. The guy who moved to New Jersey. What was his name?
Oh, Stein.
Matt Stein. Somebody was like, "Hey, Matt, could you run upstairs and get whatever we needed?" And the guy followed instructions.
I mean,
It's so funny.
good on him for running stairs, though.
Yeah, definitely. We played that audio earlier. Audio from Deshaun Foster, the new coach of UCLA.
Yeah.
Chris asks, which was worse, this or Frost's last one? I would say it's this, and I would say it's not even.
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
The Frost was awkward, but it was just like, if the shoe fits,
The
right?
Frost one wouldn't have been so bad if he wasn't already on a hot seat and already had an attitude about him, and it was just the way it happened.
Yes.
If you would have walked to the podium and said, I'm free to take questions. I don't have an opening statement.
Yeah.
But it was just, you could just tell. And that came, did that happened before? Yeah, because that was his last one. Well, the awkward he and Trev press thing.
That was the year before. That was 2021.
Oh, I thought that was 2022.
No,
that was the same year.
No, it was the full year before.
Well, either way, I mean, there was already so much dirty water under the bridge that, Frost wasn't going to make any friends.
This is first time, an opportunity, and it's just, he looks uncomfortable, which is like, look, I am horrible at public speaking. I wouldn't want to be up there, but you got to put your best foot forward, and he is not putting his best foot
but
forward.
But if you were going up there to talk, just do a quick jab because you're answering questions about the show, would you say, we're from Omaha?
No.
Again, I think he
was
was
a radio
trying,
show in Omaha, baby.
I think he was trying to make a joke. It was just unprepared, and he doesn't know how to deliver.
No, he was not making a joke.
I stand with John.
He was so out of his element there.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
It was really, really, really bad. Steven wants to know.
Hello, Steven.
The Royals have the QT sponsorship on their uniforms.
Yes, the gas station. Home
Which-
of restrooms.
Which of the 4 major sports would look like a NASCAR jersey? Or just think of the Ohio State football helmet stickers can be replaced with sponsorship stickers. So he's saying, what other avenues can we put sponsorships on uniforms?
Helmets.
Can you imagine if the Ohio State Buckeyes sold the Buckeye stickers, and instead of a Buckeye, it was like
a bunch of little logos,
like insurance company logos?
Well, so in golf, the most valuable property on a golfer is his hat, because you will see his face,
which is always so bad,
Mhm.
because what if a golfer doesn't want to wear a hat?
Well, then you got to, because they're paying you money. So along those lines, in football, it would definitely be the helmet. I know that you think that soon we're going to have weird, goofy logos at midfield. Do you think a team would ever stoop that low?
So I don't
to
think
wear a helmet with a Burger King logo on it.
like it. It wouldn't replace the main logo on the helmet, because that would be insane. But there's
If they're going to do it at midfield,
a lot of real estate on a helmet. Put it on the back
Yeah, what if, how they never used to do this.
or the top.
But now teams put like logos or sayings or things on that,
yes,
on the
where it
back
says, "End
neckline."
racism.
the back neckline
Yeah,
of the helmet.
yeah.
Could you envision a team selling that sponsorship?
I guess that would make sense. Now,
That
you
would make
wouldn't see the
sense.
front of their face, but you'd see the logo. You'd see that logo all the time.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's all it matters.
Right, because again,
just seeing the logo.
it's football. You're always seeing, because there's always close-ups.
Yeah.
There's always close-ups. And so that would be a valuable piece of real estate, especially on an NFL helmet.
Oh, definitely.
Or-
then the obvious one would be a baseball hat.
Even what about like legs? Like on the legs of football players on the
See,
side?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, NASCAR uniforms have crap all over themselves. So, like, from that perspective, there is nothing that you couldn't put a sponsorship on. But I think the value on a guy's leg would definitely be lessened. You want it to be on something that you will see a lot. Baseball, it's the hat or the jersey.
Well-
I mean, do we think that American sports uniforms eventually get like soccer
As
uniforms?
gaudy as soccer uniforms?
Yeah, because soccer uniforms are the logo of who sponsors them mainly. And then it's like the breast area. The breast!
Well,
that's what the logo is of the franchise.
Even in NASCAR, you have very small sponsors that you can't necessarily see on TV. So that could go to any other real estate that maybe doesn't get as much or close camera time.
Is the question here, will this happen, or is it just like, where could you put sponsors?
I'm
Right,
taking
it's
it as
where-
where could you
it's
put
where
it?
Oh,
you
yeah.
can
The
put
answer is
sponsors.
literally anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
I mean, certainly the NFL, I'm kind of surprised. Practice jerseys have stuff right on their chest.
the NFL eventually will have sponsorships
Yes.
on the jerseys. Will it ever get to a point where it looks like,
Soccer?
it's Kyle Larson's, racing suit? No. Not in this country. Unless it's, I don't like to use the word lesser, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
like minor league sport, or just not one of the big four.
I don't remember off the top of my head right now, but does the NFL have sponsors along sidelines, kind of like what baseball does? Like they have the screens. Baseball has those screens on the sidelines, or
I mean, there's advertising in stadiums, but it's not on the field. And I don't.
could you see them doing something like superimposing, like what they do on mounds in baseball?
Well, they do on the field sometimes.
Yeah.
By the way, we just got a text, John, from the 402. NHL replaced logos on their helmets with ads. Don't say it won't happen. The difference is, and I'm looking.
Did they? I didn't.
I didn't even know. And NHL helmets are not. They're not like. They're there for protection. They don't seem to be there in terms of style, except for like goalies. Whereas football helmets are protection.
We
but
literally call it helmet games.
they are a
Yeah.
part of the uniform. NHL you didn't have to have helmets on for the longest
Right. Yeah.
time.
It's part of the culture.
They haven't. The goalies have sent, it used to be goalies didn't even decorate their helmets.
Yeah.
Goalies are about the only ones on a hockey team that usually decorate their helmets. Usually it's, it's not like, the iconic Edmonton Oilers
Correct.
hockey helmet.
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
it
they
says a
do
lot.
have logos on there of the team.
Yeah, I had no
but it's
idea
not
that
like-
they were sponsored.
It's not like a prime identifier, like a baseball cap or a football helmet.
Yeah, again, it's there for protection, is all that they're there for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Aaron writes, if your team was guaranteed a title, but in exchange, you can't watch a single second of football the following year, would you take it? If so, how many years would it take before you didn't take the title?
No, never. I'm not.
You've already
taking this.
won a Super Bowl.
People forget I have won a Super
I mean, it would
Bowl.
definitely
A couple of them,
change my
actually, since the last
relationship
time the
with
Dallas
the
Cowboys even
job.
played in
Shut up, John.
No, and here's why. Forget about whether I've won one or not. The whole point.
I thought you didn't even like football anymore.
The whole point of being a fan is to enjoy it's entertainment.
But you wouldn't have to watch it the next year, he's saying. So you win the Super Bowl, and then you just take the next year off.
But again, you
But you got
watch
the title.
football for the entertainment. You watch sports for the entertainment. No, why would you want to take a year off?
I'll take it.
That
'cause
is ridiculous.
I want to watch my team win a championship.
So are you able to
But you want to
keep
watch
up with it?
the sport. You want to watch your team.
You watch it when they win it. It's the next year.
I know, but you're willing to take football off?
For a title? John, it'd be like the third happiest thing that's ever happened in my life.
I guarantee you would not take, if it actually could happen, you would not take that deal.
Yeah, well,
There's
part
no
of it,
way.
I wouldn't want to, because then I would know that I'm guaranteed a title, where it's like the cool part about winning in theory is that it you get to enjoy it as it happens, and you never know if it's actually going to happen or not. So if you guarantee it to me, it's like, you know the ending of the movie.
I've never, the point of this is you watch these for the entertainment. I mean,
I think you're taking it way too literally. It's just, would you want to take the season off or not?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Never.
Yeah, I'll take it. I want a title.
You can read more books.
Yeah, sure. I'll take my Sundays.
It's the only way you'll ever get one.
You're a jerk. But you're probably right. Jeremy says, going back to the restroom bathroom conversation, have little kids and you just start calling it a potty all the time. John, do you have to go potty? Go to the potty? And Chris emails and
potty pilled.
Wait, what? You were terrible at public speaking, but have chosen a career where you literally speak to the public every time you work. This is easy.
Different.
It's way different.
This is different than giving a speech.
I don't like speaking in front of 15 people. 15 people is a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in here, I can see the numbers. I know how many people are watching or listening.
Yeah.
And
Also,
it's fine.
We're all just talking to each other
Yeah,
in
just
reality.
hanging out in a room.
We're just talking to each other, hanging out with you guys, and you just hear it.
Yeah. Jason says, too bad John's Rams took the year after they won the Super Bowl off.
Oh,
That's true.
They got hurt.
Yeah.
They got hurt.
Remember that whole offseason? He kept calling them Buffalo overrated.
Uh-huh.
And then they won by
they weren't they? Well, how many Super Bowls did they appear in?
0.
0.
Hey, but they're still good.
So they were Buffalo overrated.
Hey, man, he played Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. It's hard to beat those guys.
When you said potty all the time, that reminds me that, when I'm walking Wrigley, and she's always stopping and, squat, dogs.
Piss
are.
gal.
Yeah, they just like to.
Piss pill.
They like to.
Wrigley, get down.
And occasionally, and this reminds me that our movie club selection this week is Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, man,
Axel
crap. I still got
Foley,
to watch that.
starring Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy famously had a famous top 40 song that was Party all the time.
My girl
She's
likes to
potty.
And so
all the time,
I will do this.
party all
When
the
Wrigley's on one of her runs where it seems like we're squatting every other house, I'm like, Wrigley likes to
Party all the time, party all the time.
Dogs
party all
and
the
their
time.
ability to just pee a million times.
It's
They
incredible.
need to
It's
mark that
Don't-
territory.
Just go. You could be done.
yes.
Dude, doctors would love dogs if they ever had to have pee tests.
Yeah.
They could just do it on command.
They really can.
Like, here
Except
you
when
go.
you're like wanting to go inside. Go potty. Banks, go potty.
I'm guessing neither of you two have seen the movie Back to School, starring Rodney Dangerfield.
No.
Late
No.
90s, late 80s. All right, well, then I'll be the only one that can answer this question from Ray.
The disrespect.
Who had the better twist and shout performance, Ferris Bueller, or Thornton Mellon? See, Rodney Dangerfield played a middle-aged guy who goes back to school. He's a millionaire who goes back to school.
And they don't give him any
And
disrespect, right?
basically tries to make the school a party school.
The answer is Ferris Bueller.
Oh, it's easily.
The whole city of Chicago's dancing. Even his dad's
That's
dancing.
a lot of twisting and shouting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby.
baby.
It's one of the iconic movie scenes of the 80s.
It really, dude, that is one of
Yes.
the iconic movie scenes ever. That is so good.
Next, we have, let's see.
Up.
I'm trying to find it.
Chris asks, in what era/decade do you think crowds started to participate in college football? Watching the game of the century, every time Nebraska's on offense, it's quiet as hell. When did crowd noise become a thing for the sport? Was it quiet, or was it just that the mics were bad?
I think it was just bad mics.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. Oklahoma fans had to have made noise.
I mean, when
right?
when
I guess there used to be.
I mean, when I listen back to the radio broadcast, Lyle Bremser's radio broadcast, I mean, there's crowd noise, but it's not.
They had shotgun mics at least, right?
It was different
Booms.
in that it didn't seem like people were like, I mean, yes, when a big moment would happen, there would be anticipation. People would stand. There'd be some noise.
Honey, look down there.
But there wasn't this organized, hey, everybody, get on your feet and make
Stand
a lot of
up
noise
and
for the
shout.
Do the twist.
And so,
Ba-da.
yeah, you didn't have that. And so once you started to make the game day more of a production and encourage people to make noise, people forget you would have been really annoyed during this era. But there was an era during the 80s where the quarterback, and this happened in the pros too, especially in Denver, where the quarterback could just say, hey, my guys can't hear. And the referees would have to get on the crowd mic and say, we need the crowd to be quiet so that the team can execute the snap count.
That is so wild.
I mean, it used to be a thing.
That is so stupid.
And it was always funny because they would never penalize the offense or the home team. They would just stall play, reset the play clock, and then the fans would only get louder and louder. And
when did that rule go away?
This is back. It wasn't really a rule. It was just kind of a courtesy.
That's so wild.
Right? And this was back before teams did the silent count. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really relied on the hut 1, hut 2 hike, the cadence. And it would be so annoying because, the referee would get on the mic and tell the Bronco fans, oh, you got to, we need quiet in the stadium so that the team can snap the ball. And inevitably they would boo first the ref, and then Vinny Testaverde or, Bernie Kosar, whoever would come up to the line of scrimmage, and guess what the Bronco fans would do? They'd get louder. It was so annoying.
That is so weird.
It was so stupid. But yeah, I mean, that's a good, I don't know when
when it went from,
I mean, we're talking, that was in the early to mid 80s when those things were happening.
Yeah.
And,
Jordan says they respected their opponents back then.
it wasn't so much that, it was just that fan behavior was just different. And I'm not saying this is a value judgment because
Well, you just
there's famous episodes of fans storming the courts in basketball and fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Google, I can't remember what year it was, but I think it was from the early 60s, Missouri-Kansas basketball fight.
Yeah.
Where it's basically the Malice at the Palace on the court.
That's not
with
good.
fans on the court.
That's not good.
People like to get
So
belligerent.
it's not like we haven't had belligerent bad fans, but just the whole idea of, getting into it and
Mm-hmm.
trying to exert your influence on the game is,
And now people take pride in that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.